Hey guys, it's Tombox and Oscar here, and this is actually a very special video.
It's a very special occasion.
Yes. Just give it up.
I'm retiring from TCG at least. I'm moving over to Asia, so I'm not going to appear in any more videos for now. And, you know, I'm going to play OCG, I guess.
Are you
with
playing?
Triple Maxi.
Are you actually playing OCG?
I probably won't play OCG, but
yeah,
maybe I will.
So this is a huge news for all of us. Yeah. Oh, by the way, we're kind of winging this video. It's 4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m.
We've been
I'm still drinking.
Yeah, he's still drinking right now. So, if you guys haven't known Oscar for very long, it's because I personally moved away from. I think he's at the camera. Anyways, okay. Okay, so yeah, it's because I moved away from the city to a different city, which made it inconvenient for him to make videos. He shows up every now and then. Of course, he's part of Team Dank Deals as well.
Yeah, my dog is ringing the bell.
Yeah, this is a completely different set, right, guys?
This is my house, actually. Welcome to my house.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm gonna let my dog out in the middle of this video.
That's fine. Yeah. So we can actually talk about Oscar's big contributions.
Yeah.
Starting with his achievements.
My achievements. Well,
2006.
Nats top.
Nats top.
No prize card. Feels bad.
Yeah, that Angel Flores.
Even in my retirement video, it has to be mentioned.
And then, of course,
can't get away with it.
Of course, you did get your redemption.
Yeah, the redemption year, 2017. Got the prize card.
That was huge. These things are worth like $200 in Japan.
Yeah, I am very, very, very happy about this, and I'm bringing this with me. This is always going to be with me, guaranteed.
Yeah. Utopia Light. No, Utopia Kaiser.
Lightning.
Kaiser.
Kaiser.
Kaiser Super Rare.
Yeah.
Very impressive stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's been lots of fun things. How many meta formats have you actually played through?
Oh, so many.
When did you start being competitive?
Playing like a little bit more competitively in, I'd say 2015 or 2014. Yeah.
Which format?
I mean, I was always playing relatively competitively ever since like 2012 onwards. But I think the format I got most competitive in was the Fire Fist format or the Wind Up format.
Yeah,
those are the formats I started getting
formats.
more competitive in because the game just changed so much that I was forced to play more meta decks and just get better at the game.
Losing sucks.
Yeah, losing sucks.
Losing sucks. That's one of the best
stay motivated
motivators.
And win. Yeah.
Yeah. So any tips for anyone going into the competitive scene actually?
Any tips?
Here comes your dog coming back.
Yeah, okay. Well, first tip is let your dog back in after he's done using the washroom. Shoutouts to my dog, Easy.
Shoutouts to Easy.
Yeah, for ruining this video.
No, man, we're gonna keep this completely uncut.
Yeah, uncut? Oh, man. So yeah, tips for new starting players trying to get competitive. Real simple. Always look at your mistakes. And that's the way I see it is you have to look at your mistakes, to be a good player. That's the most important thing. And I always tell people, oh, Oscar, like, why do you always win? What's wrong with you, right? Like, I always just say, well, I've just lost to everything. I've lost to so much shit. I've lost to Luna Lights and Zodiac format. It's just ridiculous, right?
It's true.
Like, I've lost to so much stupid shit that eventually you just learn from your mistakes. And you have to, you can't look at your mistakes and just be like, oh, it's just bad luck, or oh, the opponent just drew better.
Yeah, it's not just a
you can't brush it off. You have to look at your mistakes honestly and realize, what you could have improved on. And that's a huge part of being a competitive player and improving in general. And this, of course, this theory applies to, a lot of life in general.
Yeah, I completely agree with Oscar on a lot of these advice that he gave me when I'm trying to improve my play, is that when you do your test plays, you're going to make mistakes along the way. And these mistakes are actually crucial to the growth.
Yeah, just don't make that mistake and lose a Minerva, like I did. I'll still remember.
Yes.
I still remember that mistake, and
yeah, it could be one tiny little misplay, and it's gonna cost you a $500 to $1,000 card.
It was $1,000 at the time.
Yeah, it was $1,000 at the time. Yeah, okay, it feels pretty brutal. Yeah, so that's one really good thing. Look at your mistakes and review upon your mistakes.
Yeah.
Any other advice you want to give them? What about chasing the meta?
Chasing the meta? I mean, if you're a competitive player, you should always be playing the meta. That's just it. The meta is, like as much as people like to play Rogue or like to play Tier 2, the meta is the meta for a reason. You know, Konami inherently makes certain decks more powerful, and if you're a competitive player and you want to win, then you have to play meta, unfortunately. Of course, that doesn't mean your creativity is stifled, right? Creativity will always be there, whether it be small text or, you know, playing a certain format differently, looking at things a little differently from a strategic standpoint instead of, you know, a deck building standpoint. So, yeah, the meta is an everlasting part of it. You're never going to play a Yu-Gi-Oh format without a meta, unfortunately. It's just
how the game is defined.
It's just how the game is defined, how the player base defines it, and how Konami looks at the game, right?
Like, they always need to make money, so they're always going to make something the best.
Yeah. Well, they don't have to make something the best. They're going to make a certain number of decks the best.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Like a huge range of stuff for them, for at least giving the players enough of a diversity within the meta to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very much true, and you can't blame them for, like, you know, power shifting out some of those stronger decks just so that they're no longer good. Yeah, they're very expensive. They're not like every deck. I think we all agree has a lifespan.
Of course, you can't. Well, I mean, maybe not BA.
BA the immortal deck.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play. You can't expect to play a deck forever. It's, you know, Konami is a business, right? They're not going to live or survive as a business, or at least your Yu-Gi-Oh department, you know, won't survive as a business, you know, without new players or players buying new cards. It's just a fact, right? And how you game the system can make it cheaper for you and more expensive for you, but in the long run, you know, you will have to spend money to play this game.
Yeah, it's like you're not subscribing, but technically updating your deck is the subscription.
Yeah, if you're gonna play competitive.
Yeah, so that's a fair one. But you don't have to play competitive.
Yeah, of course. You know, I actually, like, you know, I have a lot of respect for people who play just casually. You know, myself, I've always been, you know, competitive oriented because I'm just a very competitive person. But you play casually with your friends, you know, you just, you know, want to dick around with your friends. That's, you know, I have respect for everyone who does that.
Yeah, I love playing casual.
Yeah.
I explore every single deck, every format, just because of the channel.
Yeah, and you know, I attribute a lot of my success to the people around me. You know, I would never, you know, have gotten any of these tops, you know, if the people around me were, you know, not supporting me in every way. You know, Thomas, of course, for telling me new cards. Like, unfortunately, I'm just not a person who likes researching new cards or new decks. Thomas is always there. He's always on point with the, you know, new decks, new techs, everything. He tells me whatever he can find, you know, which decks are good, how decks run.
How you can get cheesed.
Yeah, how you can get cheesed, how you play out of it. And, you know, like, I like to hear about it, and I absorb everything. And when it comes into the play, sometimes it happens, sometimes it occurs, sometimes it doesn't. I remember, you know, this year's Nats, actually, like, a play that someone told me on the car ride to the event came up, and it actually won me a game, right? Like, you have to, you know, keep absorbing, and no matter how good you are, you know, you have to keep learning.
But just remember that even though you're absorbing, make sure that you apply your own skill level towards those thoughts. I mean, I basically shotgun most of my stuff at Oscar, and then he'll be like, what's viable, what's not, filter it through.
Yeah.
It really,
I like to think, like
you don't have to worry, it makes you worry about things less.
Yeah, I like to think me and Tombox were a really good team. You know, Tombox was always a positive one. He always looked at, you know, what's good in the deck. Oh, look at all these good parts of the deck. And I was always the pessimistic one, who, you know, I was like, oh no, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. Like, you can get punished here, here, here. And we really balance each other out.
Yeah, that's like wombo combo. If you guys are part of a team, there has to be, you know, there has to be two sides of the brain that kind of looks at one situation.
And of course, another side is, you know, the people who supply you or support you with cards. You know, huge shout outs to, of course, Ken Nishi, and of course Marcus Yu from Team Denkfields for helping me out, you know, all throughout my short, I guess you can say, competitive span here, with basically lasting these two nationals.
Yeah, it's pretty good results, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, I would never, you know, be here, be where I am without, you know, the card resources that they've provided me. You know, the ease of access of cards.
That's a huge bonus.
Yeah, huge bonus. Like I understand, you know, a lot of new competitive players have it really difficult because, like, I just get this huge bonus, like, for no reason, just because, you know, these guys are my friends. They're like my some of my closest friends.
They believe in you.
Yeah, they believe in me as a player, and they're willing to me. Like Kenichi just gives me cards that are, you know, worth like $20. He's just like, just take it, just play with it, whatever. If it tanks,
you'll do something. Right?
Yeah, if it tanks, just give it back to me. If it doesn't, just keep it. Right? Like he doesn't care. Like he's just a great friend. These guys are just great people, and you know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, being that vendor in the group. You know, a lot of people harp on the vendors in the group. They feel like, oh, that they're like, you know, not part of the team. No, these people are integral parts of the team, and you know, they contribute every much as they do as my test partners. And of course, my test partners, shoutouts to Jesse, Vice, Tony, Corbin, Thomas. You know, I have so many test partners that you know, have helped me throughout the years, and they've just been integral to everything I've done.
Yeah, there's a lot when it comes to creating a very strong player, and clearly this is one of the best examples.
Yeah.
There's so much.
It takes a lot of effort from, you know, a huge group of people to create, you know, a couple of strong players to take to a premier event, and then for them to do well, you know. And it amazes me every day to see those players who, you know, top like a lot of events, like the amount of support that they get, the amount of time and dedication that they, you know, motivate themselves to go through, and the money that they spent to go to these events is, yeah, it's insane, you know. And I have a lot of respect for them too.
Yeah, definitely. So this is one of the most positive messages that we can actually give out.
Yeah,
as
I like to
team.
I like to think, you know, that like what I'm trying to say is, you know, is a positive message. And you know, I've as a new player, you know, growing up in, you know, our small community, you know, it's always been a struggle for me. A lot of very, very, very good players, you know, I grew up with who no longer play anymore. But you know, and you know, back then in the community, it just was not as friendly as it is right now. You know, back then no one would teach you anything, and I really, you know, wanted to, you know, do what I did in this game, you know, to enjoy myself, to, you know, challenge myself, and to make a positive impact on the community, to being more inclusive to new players. And that was just something that was non-existent before.
It's very difficult because the competitive players in any competitive scene, they want to keep on winning.
Yeah.
And because winning is not just like a feel-good kind of thing, it's also, I guess, beneficial in a monetary kind of sense.
It's
because you're
difficult.
getting prizes.
It's difficult to win as easily when you're trying to improve everyone around you. You know, but in the long term, like the money in Yu-Gi-Oh! It's very small, and it's mostly irrelevant. Right? I don't go to big events because, you know, like this Utopia Kaiser is not worth my plane ticket. Like these mats are not worth my plane ticket. In the long run, I'm losing money even if I'm topping, right? Very few players make money in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think what's more important is that, you know, you build a community, you make the great friends that I had who supported me, and we'll be friends, you know, even after they quit the game or and I quit the game. And that's, I think, the most important part.
Yes. This is a friendship message.
Yeah.
Wow. Friendship. Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's put a strong thing on there.
Yeah, draw the circle.
Like, yeah, it's like the friendship that you keep here is very real. Like, we hang out outside of playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And, well, it's one of the best things that can actually come out of this game.
Yeah, it's the most, you know, the most valuable thing you can get from this game is not the money you earn, or the mats you win, or the prize cards you win, or
the
whatever.
Pride that you
or the
get.
pride you get from winning. It's the people you meet, and you know how you leave, you know, your impression on them, and as a person, right? I mean, to be like, not to be too morbid or anything, but you know, when you pass, when you die, that's what's left behind.
The memories.
Yeah. On a more positive note, I want to say that congratulations, Tombox, for getting engaged.
Wow, I didn't make that announcement yet, but yes, I got engaged now. Okay,
I beat you to it. It's too bad.
Okay, I didn't actually expect to throw that into the video, but sure. Yeah, I am now engaged. You guys probably know who she is now, so yay, congratulations. So even as a Yu-Gi-Oh player,
oh my god,
found love.
The funniest thing is his fiance talks more about Yu-Gi-Oh than me. That is the funniest thing to me.
Hey, it was
holy.
She's a hardcore Duel Links player now.
Yeah, she's a Hey, Duel Links. It's more profitable than, you know, real life Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, it's free. You can actually fly to Japan.
Yeah, you can get to Japan.
To Japan.
You can stand on the same world stage as the guy who beat 2,600 players at nationals. You're just like, oh, I won worlds too, and the guy's just like, I hate you with every fiber of my being.
That's why, don't forget Saturday videos, Duel Links. There wasn't one this week because I just came back from Japan. Yeah, so, yeah, big news from both of us.
Yeah, this is just a big announcement video, you know?
Yeah. Well, anyways, well, let's end on a positive note. Shoutouts.
Alright, shoutouts. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Everyone, you know who you are if you made an impact on me, that's for sure. It's 4:30 a.m. I'm a little tipsy, so sorry if I missed anyone. But first of all, shoutouts to our locals. Treasure Chest, me and Thomas met there. This all would not be possible without Treasure Chest. I definitely would not have been playing competitive without Treasure Chest. Shoutouts to Sue, who runs the Treasure Chest for many years now.
Lovely lady.
Yeah, lovely lady. I actually kind of consider her like my second mom because of how much time I spend there. Shoutouts to all the locals around the area, Metropolis Comics and Games, Magic Stronghold, Cravings. Yeah, I used to play Cravings. But yeah, shoutouts to all the locals in the area. Definitely would not be possible without them. This whole community would not be possible without them. And a lot of them are struggling, so make sure you buy from your local game store. Yeah, don't buy from Amazon or eBay. Shoutouts to, of course, my two closest friends, Eric and Chris, who started me on this journey. I still remember the day I tried to play Yu-Gi-Oh! They were like, yo, bring your Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards over after watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge. And I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you people? Why are we playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? This is a children's card game. And I brought it over anyways, and then, here I am, surprisingly. Shoutouts to, of course, the MST.TV crew, Tombox, Kenichi, Hayang, Tristan, all those people, everyone who helped out at MLS's. Great help, great people. Shoutouts to the YGO fam crew who came with me on trips, indulged me on these very expensive trips to Chicago or Pittsburgh or Seattle or whatever. Everyone in there, Vice, Jesse, Tony, there's so many people. Henry, Kevin, Calvin, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna pull up a list. It's probably easier. Pascal, Ivan, Ken, Tony, Matt, Nigel, Paul, Richard, Philip, Quinn, other Richard, Russell, Ryan, for just being a nice guy too, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. Simon, Tyler, Vincent, Y, Wesley, Chris, just everyone.
Ryan Marita.
Yeah, Ryan Marita, of course.
Yeah, don't
no, I said him. One of the nicest guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone in there who just was supportive and just wanted to enjoy this game with good friends. Everyone in there. Of course, again, one of my goals was to improve the community, and one of the biggest improvements that me and Tombox have actually done is, Dylan, who's here with us right now. Come over here. Dylan, a little kid when we met him.
Met him when he was 12 years old.
When he was 12 years old, we met him, and we saw some potential in him, and
back-to-back tops.
Yeah, and he had good tops, from just a kid from a bad locals. That's what we were considered as.
Yeah, we were the worst.
Yeah, we were the worst locals.
The easiest locals to play at.
Locals.
Which eventually became one of the hardest locals to play at. Very.
Oh my god, I gotta win this shitty locals for $10.
It was the price for was
double Nats top Oscar. Oh fuck. Why would I go to this locals, right? Yeah, shoutouts to Dylan, of course, for being, making me see that, everything I've done was not without some sort of result. That's really important for me, because if I felt like if I did nothing, I accomplished nothing, then one of my primary goals in this whole this game is to make friends or improve people and improve everyone just in general, then that would not be accomplished, right? And of course, there's still a lot of people at Treasure Chest too that I'm trying to help, or I'm still helping. Vincent, Quinn, all these people that I'm trying to help and helping them through you know, learning this game and improving. And you know, everyone's journey has to start somewhere.
You know what? I started as a scrub. I had Teledead as a scrub.
I remember.
I dumped money.
Do you remember the first time I played you?
Yeah, I was playing Black Wings. No.
You were playing Frog Monarch.
I was playing Frog Knocks. You were playing Black Wings.
I was playing Black Wings, and he was known as the Black Wing. What is it? Black Wing. Like he just played Black Wings.
I played Black Wings for about like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I remember. I came into the locals thinking it was hot shit, and I was just like, "Yo, you seem pretty good. Let's play a friendly game, not even in tournament." And Thomas indulged me. He's like, "All right, I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna play you." And like I drew like Whirlwind, Shura, Mirror Force. I drew the nuts. I was like, "Oh, this is easy win," and he just crushed me.
Like Battle Fader on the attack, Tribute, Kai's Banisher, Guy Swing. You can try again. Yeah. And it's like, lad, yeah, I'm just gonna swing the game now.
I just got absolutely crushed that game. It was hilarious. Shoutouts to, you know, one of my closest friends that I met from Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course, one of my most dedicated test partners of all time, who even tested with me even when, you know, I had no tops or nothing, and he was still, you know, Furioing with me from, you know, Europe or Toronto. Shoutouts to Corbin. I attribute, you know, a lot of this success to him.
He's a fancy tech guy.
Yeah, he was the one who motivated me to play competitive. You know, I would have been, you know, interested in competitive if he didn't say, "Hey, Oscar, come to the big locals. You can see how bad you really are." And I was like, "I don't believe you." And then I came, and then I was like, "All right, I'm pretty bad."
Hey, see, it's part of knowing.
Yeah,
it's part of accepting.
Everyone starts bad. No one starts like fucking amazing at this game. It's not realistic, you know, unless you're like
transferring from another game and you're understanding.
Yeah, unless you're like Corey McDuffie, and rest in peace, Corey McDuffie. Yeah, he transferred from Magic and now he plays, and he was really good. Or like if you're Shinsuke Hayama, then you're the fucking god of Yu-Gi. You're literally Yugi incarnated from the show. But yeah, that's I think if you already shout out.
Bank deals?
Oh yes, of course.
Wow, saved you.
Oh, saved you. Yeah, shoutouts to Marcus, of course. I made a shout out before, but thank you for just making this game easy, letting me focus on playing this game. Shoutouts to Hector from Team Bank Deals, one of the co-owners, along with Marcus, for supporting me. You know, giving me apparel, making me known. Shoutouts to all my teammates, of course, Georgie, Daniel, Manav, Tristan. All of them were just, you know, they were great. When I played these big events, it was really nice, you know, having very, you know, high-skilled players criticizing me and criticizing my builds and, you know, criticizing my plays on a very, you know, high level. And that's, of course, integral to, you know, everything as a player.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I get to see you in the future.
Yeah, well, I'll see you at your wedding.
Maybe I'll just, it's about you. This video is about you. I'll do my own announcement event in the future.
I screwed up his video content.
But yes, well, hopefully I get to see you in the future. Maybe I'll bug you through Skype sometime in the future.
And I'll probably be, I'm moving to Hong Kong, so if you play in the Hong Kong scene and you watch me, you know, I'll probably be hitting some locals. I'm gonna, you know, I like playing the underdog role, so I'm gonna hit up some locals and pretend to be a scrub.
You're smurfing at this point.
Yeah, I'm actually just smurfing. I'm gonna go with like no mat, like an ultra pro deck. I was like, hey guys, you wanna play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Ultra pro? What?
Oh, Ash Blossom! Oh, what the fuck?
So hopefully I get to see him in the future, but of course, because he is moving away, it's gonna be much more difficult. Of course, he's still part of MST.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm still part of.
He's still part of it.
You know, if I ever come back, then and I play Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, or whatever, I'm definitely gonna hop back on an MST.TV team.
Well, definitely, you get to sign this one out here.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, viewers, for watching me, following me with my journey, and watching this, you know, this pretty long video about just me.
Right? The competitive journey.
The competitive journey. Thank you, everyone. And you know, if you want to see more videos by Tombox, please subscribe. Please give us a like, and please share. You know, if you want someone to improve in the community scene.
All right, and as always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please drop us a like so we know we are doing a good job, and you can also subscribe to MST.TV for more fantastic videos by clicking on the button on the left. Don't forget to check out our partners at Imperium Duelist. They make really high quality mats, including some of my own limited edition release stuff. And if you want to check out one of our past videos, click here on the right. As always, don't forget to hold on to your MST.TV, and I'll see you next time.